to our science unit on the solar system. Today we will be covering planets in our solar system. To begin, let's cover what we will be learning today. In this unit, you will be learning how many planets are in our solar system, the names of the planets in our solar system, the order in which the planets are from the sun, and some facts about the planets in our solar system. Before we begin into our slides, let's watch this story bot YouTube video. Perfect. Now that we have watched that video as a class, let's talk about how many planets are in our solar system. In our solar system, there are 8 planets. There's 4 inner and 4 outer planets. The inner planets are rocky mountains, and the outer planets are gas and ice giants. 4 rocky, 2 gas, and 2 ice. Fun fact, for 76 years, there was 9 planets in our solar system. In 1930, Pluto was discovered as a planet. However, in 2008, the International Astronomical Union determined Pluto to be a dwarf planet. The first planet in our system is Mercury. Mercury is the first planet, and it is the closest planet to the Sun. It's our first rock planet, the smallest planet. Mercury has the fastest orbit around the Sun, and a single day is equal to 176 Earth days. Next up is Venus. Venus is the second planet closest to the Sun. It is our second rock planet. It is the hottest planet. Venus is the same size as Earth. Venus has no moons. Venus spins backwards, and Venus has the longest day. Next up is Earth. Earth is the third planet from the Sun, and this is the planet that we live on. Earth is the third rock planet, and it is the only planet known to have human life. 70% of Earth is covered in water, and it's not a perfect sphere. One day on Earth takes 24 hours, and it takes 365 days for Earth to orbit the Sun, which gives us the 12 months in a year. After Earth comes Mars, and Mars is the 4th planet from the Sun. Mars is our 4th rock planet. It is called the Red Planet due to the iron-rich soil. Mars has the tallest mountain in our solar system, which is known as Mount Olympus Mons, and Mars has 2 moons. Next up is Jupiter. Jupiter is the 5th planet from the Sun. It is our first gas giant, and it has a giant storm called the Great Red Spot. It is the largest planet. Jupiter's mass is greater than all of the planets combined, and Jupiter has the shortest day, only taking 9.9 hours to complete a rotation. Next up is Saturn. Saturn is the 6th planet from the Sun. It is our second gas giant, and it is the second largest planet. Saturn has more moons than any other planet, and it is the only planet with rings. They are made of ice and dust. Saturn has 7 main rings and thousands of smaller rings, and they are separated by gas. After Saturn comes Uranus. Uranus is the 7th planet from the Sun, and it is our first ice giant. Uranus is the coldest planet in our solar system, and it rotates on its side and rotates backwards. Uranus has 27 moons, and a day on Uranus takes 17 hours, but a year is 84 Earth years. And our last and final planet is Neptune. Neptune is the 8th planet from the Sun. It is our second ice giant. Neptune is the 4th largest planet, and it was the last planet to be discovered in 1846. Neptune is the only planet that is not visible to the naked eye, and it is also our windiest planet in the solar system. So let's recap what we have learned. What we've learned is that there are 8 planets in our solar system. There are 4 rock planets known as Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars. There are 2 gas planets, Jupiter and Saturn, and 2 ice planets, Uranus and Neptune. The order of which the planets are from the Sun go as Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. And a mnemonic that we can use to help us to remember this order is my very educated mother just served us nachos. So, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. And then some other facts that we had learned about the planets. Mercury is the smallest, Venus has no moons, Earth is the only planet known to have human life, Mars has 2 moons, Jupiter is a giant storm, and it has a giant storm known as the giant red spot. Saturn has 7 rings, Uranus rotates on its side, and Neptune was the last planet discovered. Great. Now that we've learned about our planets, and that we are expert astronauts, let's watch this space race with Danny go and get a little bit of movement in. Great. In Google Classroom, using your Chromebook or tablet, you will complete an assignment. You will complete this assignment independently, and the assignment is asking you to drag the correct names to their corresponding planet. After you had submitted this assignment, you can then move on into Google Classroom using your Chromebook or tablet, and you can do a little bit of independent study yourself. Some of these websites will include NASA, which is Eyes on the Solar System, and this gives you the ability to do a little bit of discovery of the planets and their descriptions and get a live view of what is happening in our solar system. You will also use National Geographic Kids to complete a game where you will answer questions about our solar system and the planets, and as you get correct answers and move along, you will move farther into the game. You can also do some independent research on your own by visiting Epic. Epic has a list of books that you can choose from to explore more about our solar system and the different planets and their different characteristics. To help us prepare for our test at the end of the unit, you will be using Quizlet. Quizlet is great because you can use it to study anywhere you are with your Chromebook or tablet. Some study tips and tricks on here that will help you prepare are flashcards, practice questions, games, matching, and live, which is a way for you to practice the questions that will be covered on our test. You will also use Nearpod to answer questions to study for our test. One of the questions is naming a fact that was not covered on our planet that is on the test. You can use National Geographic Kids to find out information about this, NASA. Nearpod also allows you to complete different matching games and different ways to study through short responses and multiple choice. And you will submit all of your classwork and assignments using Google Classroom. You will also find our test, in which we will take in class, but you will use your Chromebook or tablet, and you will answer the 20 multiple choice questions to the best of your ability. For my students with learning needs, they will have accommodations where they will be allowed to use the study guide to help them complete the assignments as well as the test, both formative and summative. My learners with English learning, my English learners, they will have talk assistive availability, accommodations made to them that will help them. And then for my gifted students, they will be asked to answer a question within the quiz and test that pertains to a fact about our planet that was not covered on the test. Those students will have that along with a multiple choice, and then my multiple choice will go to all students.